The basement? Nobody went in the basement.
At this point, you were like, there's a man that has come downstairs and entered into the basement, and they shut the door. They're trapped down there. We've got them.
I'm pretty sure the moment that he realized he's also been touched on the shoulder while peeing.
That? Yes, I get it. This story was one of the scariest things that's ever happened to me. I mean, this is never going to leave my memory. It was an intense moment. It's story time. Everyone loves a good story, so tell it. Welcome to Just David. Today on the podcast, I have my twin daughters who are, I'm really excited that you're both here, but who really just don't care about podcasts and things like that because look, my daughter Jordan, she is still eating her dinner. This whole thing was scheduled.
I don't know why you would be so rude as to hit record while I'm eating. It's kind of rude.
You literally said hit record. You said just start recording. It's fine. So I did.
No,
now she's upset. All right. So it is in our family. We are entertainers. I mean, your mother's an entertainer, and your girls are entertainers. Your brother's an entertainer, and of course, I'm an entertainer. And this podcast is about storytelling. It's about telling the story of my life because I've done so many different things. You guys have witnessed some of those things. And today we're just going to talk a little bit about one of the stories I used to tell you guys, and then you would make me tell your friends when you bring your friends over. Oh, tell that one story. So this is that story. It is an interesting story. It is a ghost story. It's the story about when I was a teenager and I was at my house, and we lived at the time in this really big house on the corner. It was
like the creepy Halloween ones.
Yes, it was like that. It was like one of those creepy, like in the outside.
Like Halloween.
Yes, it was an impressive house, but it was an old house, and it was just looked really like. So anyway, that's the house I grew up in. I had some friends over. We were sitting around the table in the living room downstairs. I need to say this part first. The basement, nobody went in the basement. It was like if you had to reset a circuit breaker or check a hot water tank or something like that. But we didn't just go in the basement. Mainly because everybody was afraid to go in the basement. So, and the door to the basement, when you close the door, it was closed because it was the carpet there. The door would not just swing open.
It couldn't just move itself. It couldn't just move itself.
Okay. No, the door is like it would have to drag.
Interject?
I forgot about this part of the story.
I want to interject and say the reason we had you tell our friends is because we had to make sure your story was consistent every time you told it, and I still remember every detail. So if you mess this up,
we'll know you faked the entire thing.
I've heard it about 20 times, but it's been at least 5 years since you told it. So we're about to.
This story was like one of the. Yes, I get it. This story was one of the scariest things that's ever happened to me. I mean, this is never going to leave my memory. It was an intense moment. All right, so now this door.
Either. I know exactly what happened that day.
Okay, all right, here we go. The door would not just open because it rubbed the carpet as you started to pull the door open. Like you had to drag that door across the carpet, and then you had to close it the same way. So this door stayed closed. My dad is out of town on this particular weekend. I have my friends over, and we're sitting around this big table in the living room. The living room is where the basement door is. We're playing cards. We're all like 16 years old. It's not like we're little kids. We are like almost adults. We're playing cards. We're four tough guys, South Enders, sitting around the table playing cards, doing our thing. Like, yeah, we grew up in a pretty rough neighborhood, and we spent a lot of our free time fighting with other people. So we didn't live with a lot of we didn't live with a lot of fear in our life. So as we're playing cards,
realm.
Right.
As we're playing cards, one of my buddies, Barry, gets up and goes upstairs to go to the restroom. We're waiting for him to get back. as we're waiting for him to get back, we hear him running down the stairs. And he's pulling his pants up. He didn't even bother to pull his pants up while he was in the bathroom. He's pulling his pants up, sipping and hopping. He was like, oh my gosh, gosh. I'm like, what's the matter? He said, I was peeing in your bathroom. And somebody touched me on the shoulder.
Liam's listening to this and laughing his butt off camera. If you hear Liam over here laughing.
Oh my gosh. And somebody touched me on the shoulder. And I'm like, what? Of course, we're all like laughing at him. In
Did
the
you
back of
imagine
my
being
mind,
and somebody touches you on the shoulder?
there's nobody home except us. And in the back of my mind, as we're kind of poking fun at him a little bit, I'm thinking, yeah, I think I felt that before. I think that I've experienced that in this
I was in
house.
denial. I was in denial.
So,
Oh yeah, that thing that happens when you're peeing in my
yeah. So anyway, we give him a hard time. He sits down. He's kind of really shaken up a little bit. Like he can't really gather himself. So we're sitting there and we're dealing the cards and everything. And then my buddy Larry, sitting across from Barry, looks at me and like the blood just left his face. He's got this.
Yeah, blood left his
Pale-
face. I remember these characters in the story.
He's like,
Larry
he's got
sitting
this
across from
pale
Barry.
look.
Is it Larry?
Larry says, dude.
These are such made up names. Like I've never met these people in real life, but we've got Larry and Barry.
I can introduce you to all of them. So Larry says, dude, what just happened with that door? And I'm like,
you're
huh?
like, that one?
And we
There
all
shouldn't be
look-
anything happening with that door.
We all look at the
Being in the
basement
bathroom.
door. Yes.
But
I'm
not the
looking at
door.
basement door. And the door is open by like that far. And we all know about the basement. We all know about the basement door. It doesn't move. Nobody touches the basement door. It's open that far. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So we all stop. We look at each other. We're all thinking the same thing. It's time to go.
It's
So as we're looking at each other, we look at the door. We're like, oh God, run. So we run out of this house. 4 teenagers running out of the house, jump over the porch wall, run
At
into
night,
the middle
right?
of the street. At night.
at night.
It's probably like
Okay.
10 o'clock at night.
Halloween
We're
vibes.
standing in the-
Okay.
Oh my gosh. We're standing in the middle of the street and we're like, what? What was that? And Barry's like, yeah, something touched me. Now something opened the basement door. That basement door doesn't open. I'm like, I know. So we're staring at the house from the middle of the street. And at the very top of the house, way up in the attic space,
The
Are these, like-
circular weird attic window right up there.
Is it like a
windows
cir-
that are
in my
really-
in my imagination, it's a circular window at the top of the house.
And
even
the
though I've never
moon
seen
is
it.
Yeah.
shining. The full moon is shining
Yes,
in
and
the
the
reflection.
full moon is the illuminating the
There's-
entire
and there's
house.
fog behind the house. Okay.
And music
That's what I
playing.
picture in my head when you tell the
Suspenseful
story.
music is playing.
Right
Well,
now,
this
the
is-
suspenseful music starts up while we're in the middle of the
Yeah,
street.
yeah, yeah. The
In
organs
my
are
memory,
going.
that's how it goes
The
down.
organs are playing now. Okay. And
This
you
is what I
look
told
up
you
into
guys
the
the story
window.
when you're a kid. This is what you heard in your mind. You're like, the music starts right here.
It's like,
But sure enough, and we look up at these windows. There's nobody else home. We're staring at the windows, and all 4 of us see the same thing at the same time. A face. Peeks behind, right in front of the window. A face just goes like this.
Ugh.
Oh,
Wait,
like,
and the face is a man,
I'm
right?
sorry. What did it look like? It goes like this.
Can I just tell you in my head, this is a blonde-haired man in his like
No,
late
no.
40s.
This is a ghost face. It's just a white out face.
Can you confirm? Because in my imagination, it's a blonde-haired like
No,
late
Jordan,
40s.
it's a spiritual being. It doesn't have hair.
Okay,
I
was
don't-
this
I
a
don't
was this a
remember
man?
the
You
particulars.
just know
of
that
hair color.
eyeballs We're staring out at you from the attic
You
window.
can't tell
Whole
me
face.
if this was a human face or a ghost face. You just know a
So
face was there.
essentially,
It was.
somebody's in the
It was-
upstairs being touched on the shoulder, while a basement door is being opening, and the face
Yes.
came from. So it's paranormal.
Oh my God! At this
There's
point,
not 3 people in the
all
house.
4 of us, we're not sure what's going on, but we know Barry
You think
was
there's a
touched on the
person.
shoulder. Barry was touched on the shoulder. An impossible door was opened while we were sitting next to the
I have a
door.
question. At what point did you think paranormal, or did you just think there was a man in your house at this point?
Well, when Barry got touched on the
Touched
shoulder
on
by
the shoulder
nobody,
peeing, and he's
Peeing.
thinking,
In
yeah, this happens
hindsight,
to me.
right? I'm talking about in the moment where you see this man. Are you thinking, "Oh, that makes sense. There's a man in the house," or were you like, "Ghost"?
No, Jordan.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the moment that he realized he's also been touched on the shoulder while peeing. It might
Okay,
have
so
been
Okay.
then why would
that's
you?
the thing. The 2 things that happened, the door opening and Barry getting touched on the shoulder, that seemed paranormal to all of us. Okay? But when we saw the face, now it looks like somebody's in my house.
I'm
That's what I'm
sorry,
saying.
you crossed back over from paranormal to a.
We crossed
you
back
think
over from
this
Why
paranormal.
person
would they have gone back
Wait,
into the
you
house
think
if
that
they thought
this
it was
person-
paranormal?
managed to
Haley,
touch somebody while they were
Haley,
peeing,
They
open a
didn't go
basement
back
door,
into the
and
house
get
with
out of the
baseball
attic.
bats because
But
they
what
thought
we
it
do
was
know
real.
is we saw a
Never
face
mind,
so
it's not
clearly.
paranormal.
We saw a face so clearly that we went to
You
the
can't tell
trunk
me
of
if
my
this face
car.
was a man or a ghost. You don't know what color hair this person had.
It seemed like a man. We went to the
Okay.
trunk of my car. We grabbed baseball bats and crowbars. We grabbed
Because
a
you can
shovel
totally get a
from the
ghost with a
backyard.
crowbar.
We had a
Haley,
shovel
he's
and a
not thinking
baseball
ghosts.
bat.
At this point, they
and
think
a
a man is in
pitchfork.
the house.
We had a pitchfork. So we go storming back into the house. All of us like, we are going to get the person who is up in the attic. They
I'd be
should have
sleeping
never
on the
picked out that
street.
window. We walking up the steps in single file, like all of us with a weapon in our hand. And we are going to
Why?
attack whatever is in the attic. We're going to get them. So we're walking all the way up. We make it to the attic
It won't
steps.
die. It won't die.
So we get to the top of the attic steps. We turn on the light. There's nothing there.
Of
Nothing
course.
there.
Because the man's now gone downstairs or back into the bathroom, obviously.
We looked all
No, it's a
we turned the
ghost.
bed upside down. We went behind everything. We could not find a person there. Then we went looking over the whole house. The whole entire house. So then we decided to come back downstairs. Like, all right, nothing up there. Don't know what's going on. Then Mike, we called him Beast. Mike says, dude, who closed the basement door?
Wait. I thought you looked in the basement.
No,
No, we
they
didn't go in
now
the
they go
basement.
down into the basement.
You were like, I'm
We
not
went to
checking
the-
that out.
No, that door opened up. We ran out of the house. We were
So
gone.
you're thinking, oh, this person ran back down into the basement. Now they're in the basement.
Because you don't
See,
know,
you're
you don't
thinking
realize ghosts
logically.
until later. At this point, you're like, there's a man that has come downstairs and entered into the basement, and they shut the door. They're trapped down there. We've got them.
Listen, we went from paranormal to real person in the attic. We came back downstairs after searching all the upstairs. Came back downstairs, and Mike says, "Who closed the basement door?" Now we're back to paranormal.
Why didn't you
At
check
which
the
point-
basement?
In my mind, I'd be
No,
like, the guy
we
in the
don't go to the
attic
basement.
has walked downstairs and gone into the basement and shut the door behind him. In my mind, there's a man in the house.
No, I've never
Now in the
crossed
basement.
over into this being a real person. How
I'm not
would
saying
you
it wasn't a
attack somebody
ghost.
on the shoulder,
It's just
Open a
logical
basement
to
door,
assume that a
end
man
up
is
in
in
the
the
attic? It
basement.
doesn't make any sense. I would have
So what
never
did you do
crossed
next?
over into a real person.
People might be thinking these girls can't hear each other, but let me just tell you, they can hear each other, and they do this in real life too.
Yep.
They talk
Yeah.
at the exact same time.
There's another part to this story I vividly remember, and I'm waiting on you to tell it to see if the story's still
go
out
back
there.
and tell that one.
The
Okay,
basement
well,
door is
that-
closed. What do you do next? Because I know what you
We
did.
we all left the house and got in our car and left, and we did not come back the entire night.
So, okay, here's the missing piece of the story that I remember you telling me.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I want to hear it. Uh-huh.
You guys, either in the attic or in the basement, heard laughing. a man demonically laughing.
I think you
And
made that
then-
up, Jordan. I think you made that up.
I don't think I made that up.
I don't remember
I
that.
mean, it's possible that happened.
Can we
Because you
phone
have
a
to
friend?
remember, this story happened.
Are these three friends, is Mike, Larry, and Barry, are they still alive?
Do you have their
Yes.
numbers?
I
Phone a
have
friend.
Mike's
Call,
Phone
phone
a
a friend. I need to know.
phone a friend. Let's see if
No,
Mike will actually answer.
Well,
I think
you'll
caught,
know who
I
your
think I've
real
caught
friends
you
are.
The made-up story that
Okay.
you told us about the ghost. I've caught a hole in the story. There was definitely manically laughing.
The
I
story.
don't remember manically laughing, but we're gonna go down
Wait,
the list
he's
and phone
gonna
a friend.
call. He's gonna call the friend he wants. We'll decide the friend that you call. Okay?
Are we calling Larry, Barry, or Beast?
We're
Are
calling
you
Beast.
sure Barry is actually alive? Because
We're calling
there's-
Beast.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pretty
they're-
sure you
they're
told me
all alive.
Barry's dead.
I have not talked to Mike in maybe, I don't know, 6 or 7 years.
Okay, well,
Hey,
we're gonna
Ezra.
find out if he remembers this.
Mike.
Be quiet.
Mute
Okay,
yourself, Jordan.
I need to tell you something. I'm on a podcast right now. You are on speakerphone in my microphone. My daughters are on the other end of this podcast. And I have a very important memory question for you if you got a second.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'll try.
Okay, everybody, this is the Beast.
No leading
All right?
questions. No leading questions.
No
All
leading
right.
questions.
Okay.
No leading questions. All right. Everybody can hear you, Mike. All right. I'm telling the story of when we were playing cards in my house. Okay.
Yep.
Larry and your brother Barry and you and me playing euchre. Barry went up to go pee. He comes running down the stairs. Do you remember why?
Yep.
What happened?
Well, I don't remember exactly why. I remember what I remember about it is when he came down those stairs, he looked like he had just saw a ghost.
That's amazing.
We
We all got those
Okay.
crazy chills and we all took off running outside.
Yes. Well, do you remember my basement door?
let me ask
Yes,
it. Don't say basement
and
door.
I had a thing with it.
Yeah.
Like
The basement
at
door.
the same time, wasn't it? Like the basement door like opened or something.
Yes, thank you. Yes,
Wait.
Barry comes running down the stairs because he felt like somebody touched him on the shoulder.
What
Yes.
happened when you went back
Yes.
into the house?
All right, do you remember us going back? We ran outside. We looked up at the windows. What did we see up at the windows?
We definitely saw something like at the peak window of the house.
Yeah.
Up there, we all goes, can you see that? And I was like, yes. And we all agreed we saw wherever that was. It looked like a figure. of something.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Now, I
okay.
have probably talked to you in about 4 or 5 years, right, Mike?
It has been years, yes.
Yes, we have. And so we did not collaborate this story at all.
No,
What happened
not
when
at
you
all.
went back into the
I
house?
just-
That is the
what was
question.
it that day about that story. There was no.
Yeah.
It's one of those times in my life that definitely sticks out. Like I was like, yes. As soon as you told me the location of what was going on and when it was, I knew exactly where this was going. So,
Right. Okay. So do you
It was a
remember when we
pivotal moment in your lives.
Yeah, all of us. I'm telling you, it was real. So we saw the face up in the windows, and then we gathered up bats and shovels and whatever we could get our
No
hands on.
leading.
And we, oh, sorry, I can't lead you. So then, what do we do after that?
I don't really remember that part as much.
Okay.
I remember going back in and like nobody wanted to go down that basement.
Nobody.
I know that for an absolute fact.
Yeah, we did not go in the basement.
And this was like a group of us that which none of us was really scared of a whole lot.
Right. That's what
Did anybody go or did we just shut the door?
Here's what we did. First of all, I did say that when I started out this story. Is like we're guys that are sitting around the table that we spend some of our time playing cards, but we spend a fair amount of time fighting other people. We're not afraid of things.
Right. And definitely not together. You know what I mean?
Exactly. When all of us are together, there's no fear.
I want to know, did you hear anything in the house?
All right, my daughter Jordan says, "Did you hear anything in the house?"
Did I hear? I don't know that I. Hold on. I don't remember hearing.
Okay, so here's the thing. I used to tell this story to my kids all the time when they were growing up, but then they would make me tell it to their friends. This is one of their favorite stories. So she's having a memory on this podcast right now. She's having a memory of her version of the story. Everything tracks the way I told it. But I remember it this time, of course. We all went back in. We would not go in the basement. We just went upstairs. We scouted the whole upstairs. We could not find anything. So we decided we're going to leave. So we went downstairs, and you said, "Who closed the basement door?" And none of us closed that door. So
That's right.
But you didn't hear Manic laughing?
Down there. But I didn't remember, like, didn't we just shut it or something? I didn't recall, like, what happened there.
Yeah, we never touched that basement door, but it opened on its own and it closed on its own. And then we ran out of the house and we decided we're not coming back. We left for the night.
I think we waited for your dad to go home.
Right. Oh, my God. All right, Mike.
This is the first time I have talked about this story in probably, I don't know, maybe Barry may have brought it up one time, but I'm talking like it's probably been close to 20 years.
It's something.
Since then, so, but
Right.
I recollect that all pretty well. So
Yeah.
that's, yes, that was definitely one of those things that left. That was one of the only times I ever experienced something like that in my life. So
Yeah, that's wild.
But well, glad I could be of any assistance to help and recollect the story.
I'm impressed he answered the phone when you called.
So, but
Yeah, thank you so much, Mike.
all right, thanks, both.
All right, Bubba. Later.
All right, we'll see you.
That is
All right,
so
All right,
funny
we
to
believe
hear.
you. We believe you.
Most of the story. I
And
have a question.
he also confirmed that you guys were badasses and you weren't scared of anything. I thought you made that up. So now I
The
know.
whole
Both making
Now
it
I
up.
know my dad back in the day was a badass. Okay. I mean, going back in the house to get the guy. I mean, you couldn't pay me.
Yeah, couldn't pay me to do it.
Yeah, well, we've done worse. And that's how I lost my foot. Thanks for listening. Hit that like button, hit that follow button. We'll see you in the next story.